Welcome, everyone. So go ahead and come to your comfortable seat. I made a water bottle and then I left it at home. Like, where is that? All right. Come to your comfortable seat. Let your shoulders relax away from your ears. Let your hands relax and rest on your knees or your thighs. And then gently lift your shoulders up towards your earlobes just to check in with them. And now when you let them relax, see if you can let them relax just a little bit more. I know you thought they were relaxed before, but let's try that one more time. Squeeze your shoulders up to your earlobes. Hold them there. And on your exhale, let them melt down and relax. Nice. All right, roll your shoulders back 3 times. And then roll them forward 3 times. Sitting up nice and tall. Reach your arms out to the side, lift them up overhead as you breathe in. And then exhale, press everything down to either side. Inhale. And exhale. Bringing your breath and your movement together. Inhale. And exhale. Keep your right hand on the ground, lift your left arm up, face your palm towards me, spread your fingers apart, and now curl your fingers in. Spread them apart, curl them in. One more time, spread them apart, curl them in. Reach your fingers up to the sky even more, and then on your exhale, this time bend over to the right. Keep your left hip nice and heavy. Pressing down, finding a big stretch through the side of your body. And now reach that arm back up, float it down, and lift your right arm up to the sky. Spread your face your palm towards me, spread your fingers, curl them in. Spread your fingers, curl them in. Spread and curl. And now reach that right arm up and exhale over to the left. Letting your hip get heavy. And breathe. Come back up to center. Bring both hands out into a T. Flex your palms to stop the traffic. Drop your palms down to stretch your forearms. Relax your shoulders. I know we all just like cranked them up. As you move your wrists, stretching them out. All right, now bring your hands to interlace in front of you. Flip your palms, exhale, press away. As you inhale, you're going to release the grip, bring your hands all the way behind you. If available, interlace your fingers and stretch your heart forward. Release the grip, bring your hands around, interlace other thumb on top, press away. Release, bring the hands behind you, interlace behind your back, open your heart. One more time, come all the way forward, round your spine. And then all the way back, interlace your fingers, reach your knuckles back behind you. Bring your knuckles over to your left hip. Yep. Breathe in. And now drop your left ear to your left shoulder. See if you can sit up taller through your spine, drawing your navel in to support yourself. Let your shoulders relax. Feel a deep stretch through the side of your neck. And now release that, reach your arms back behind you and bring your knuckles to your right hip. Sit up nice and tall, and now drop the ear, the left ear to the left shoulder, stretching through the right side of your neck. Let your shoulders relax away. And breathe. Release both hands out to the side. Bring your arms forward and make your way into your tabletop position. So we're going to come up onto our hands, shaking our wrists out if we need to. Spread your fingers. Pointer fingers pointing forward, thumbs reaching towards each other. Knees are underneath your hips. Your shins are facing the mat. The tops of your feet are facing the mat. You're going to drop your belly button, let your back arch, open your heart forward. And then you're going to exhale, round your spine, crown of the head to the mat. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round. Come back to neutral. Reach your right leg back behind you. Rock back and forth over your right toes. Now turn your left fingertips towards your left knee and continue to rock back and forth. Nice. Stretching out your wrist. Turn your fingertips back to the front of your mat. Reach your left arm forward. Float your left arm and your left arm, right leg up off the mat. Find your balance. Point your right toes. Reach your fingertips further away from you. Take a breath here, and on your exhale, slightly round your back and bring your knee and elbow to meet. Inhale, straighten and lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, strengthen and lengthen. Exhale, round. Last time. And now let your hand come down, but keep your leg extended behind you. Flex your toes so they point straight down. Your leg should be at hip height. And now curl your heel back towards your bum. Extend the leg out. Curl your heel in. Notice if you're leaning to one hand or the other and see if you can even out that weight. Last one, lower the toes, draw the right knee in, sit back on your heels, and give your wrists a little bit of a shake. Come back into your tabletop position, spreading your hands nice and wide as you bring them to the mat. Lining your shoulders up over your wrists, reach your left leg back behind you and rock back and forth over your toes. Feeling a stretch through the back of your leg, through your calf. And as you're doing this, I want you to think about not only your leg being active, but think about drawing your belly button up to your spine, feeling the motion in your wrists. And now turn the right fingertips towards your right knee, giving yourself a little extra stretch through that wrist and forearm. If that's too much, just leave your fingertips either where they are or try pointing them to the side of your mat. Turn your fingertips back around, reach your right arm out in front of you, float your right arm, left leg up. Find your balance here, gazing straight down. Think about your bicep being in line with your ear. Nice, everyone. Stay here, or on your exhale, draw the elbow and knee to meet. Inhale, extend back out. Exhale, knee and elbow meet. Inhale, extend back out. Knee and elbow meet. And extend. Bring your right hand back down to the mat. Keep your leg behind you. Flex your toes. And now curl the heel towards your bum. And extend. Curl and extend. curl. One more. And then lower your left knee down, open your knees as wide as your mat and sit your hips back, coming into a child's pose. See if you can bring your forehead down to the mat. If this is not comfortable for you, take the seated position or something else where you just feel, where you feel relaxed, all right? We just want to take a moment here. We're all in the room. We're going to do some movement. We're going to pay attention to our breathing. One more breath here, and then come back up into your tabletop position. Lining your legs up, knees up. Walk your hands one handprint forward. Curl your toes under and slowly, to a count of 10 in your own head, peel your hips up into your downward facing dog. So you don't want to rush into it. Maybe you want to go a little bit faster than me. Maybe you want to go a little bit slower than me. Just make it a little bit uncomfortable so that you feel the parts of your body as they shift from being in a kneeling position into this upside down V. Now, once you get here, think about your arms lengthening away from you, your hips reaching up and back on a diagonal, and then deeply bend one knee, deeply bend the other. So you're taking some big steps, right side, left side. Let both heels get heavy. Imagine that you're gripping the mat like little lizard gecko hands, and then slowly ripple forward into a high plank. So rolling your spine like a wave, one vertebra at a time, coming into your high plank position. Holding here. Take a breath, lower just your knees. You're going to shift your hips back, but not really coming into a child's pose until you're at that point where you can hover your knees back up and make your way back into a downward facing dog. Breathe again in this down dog. Notice if you're placing all the weight on the outer edges of your hands, and think about shifting that into the fingertips of your hands. And now pull forward back into that high plank. Rolling like a wave, holding here. You need to put your knees down at any time, please do that. And now bend your knees as you're pressing your hips back. Knees can stay hovered off the mat. And then when your hips are back as far as they can go, start to lift them back up towards the ceiling, coming into your downward facing dog. Breathe here. Shift the weight into your left foot and float your right leg up behind you. Keep the toes flexed, pointing down. And now point the toes. Rotate the hips so that you open the leg out to the right. And then bend the knee over towards the left side of your mat. Slowly re-extend the leg. And then turn your hips so they're facing down, and let your right foot slowly float back down to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Shift the weight into the right leg. Lift your left leg up. Open the hip. Bend the knee. And breathe. Holding on to the edge of your yoga mat is another option if your hands or wrists are bothering you. Extend the leg back up behind you and float your left leg back down into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Float your right leg straight back up behind you. And this time we're gonna bring our right foot up in between our hands, helping it up if we need to, and then lower our left knee down. Lift your body up so you're in a 90-90. So your legs are 90-90. Reach your arms up. Pull them into cactus. Reach them back up. Pull them into cactus. Drive your energy down through your front foot. Reach one more time. Come into cactus. And then come all the way back down. Step into your downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward. Lower your right knee down and find that 90-90 position again. Driving the energy down through the heel of your front foot. Reach your arms up. Your tailbone is lengthening as you exhale, pull your arms down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull down. And bring your hands down to the mat. Step back into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Float your right leg up. Step all the way forward back into that 90-90 position. Reach your arms up. So from here, as we exhale, we're going to twist towards our front leg, towards the door. Other way, Jody. Our other front leg. And then reach back up, coming forward. And then exhale, twist. So we're doing a couple things at a time. We're reaching our arms up to the sky, coming back to the front of our mat. Exhale, pull our arms down and twist. Come back to center, reach your arms up, float them down. Step back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your left leg up behind you, step your left foot all the way forward, lower your right knee down, come into your 90-90. On your exhale, twist to the left, bring your arms into cactus. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up, float your hands down, step back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. All right, float your right leg up, step your right foot forward. Optional, keep your back leg lifted this time. Reach your arms up in front of you. Pull your arms down, reach back up. Pull your arms down, reach back up. One more time, reach up. Exhale, float your hands down, step back to downward facing dog. Put your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward. Optional to keep the right knee lifted. Reach your arms up. Pull them down. Working on your balance, squaring your hips to the front of your mat. Last one. Reach your arms up, float them down, step back to downward facing dog. Nice. Now roll forward back into that high plank. If you need to adjust your feet, go ahead and do that, but you want to be nice and long from the crown of your head all the way down to your heels. Drop both knees to the mat at the same time. Drawing your belly button in, let your heart shine forward as you hug your elbows back towards your hips, lowering your chest and chin. Untuck your toes, lift just your head, neck, and heart up off the floor, baby cobra. Exhale back down. From here, you're going to press down with your hands, driving your hands and your knees into the mat to come into your tabletop. Curl your toes under, Lift your hips coming into downward facing dog. Breathe here. All right, roll forward into plank. Hold the plank. Drop both knees at one time. Elbows reach back, heart reaches forward, lower chest and chin. This time, untuck your toes, let your forehead come to the mat, reach your arms back behind you, palms facing the ceiling. We're gonna lift our upper body, arms up behind you, hold here. If you feel a strain in your back, you're lifting too high and lower down just a little bit. Even though your stomach is pressing down onto the ground, think about lifting your belly button away to protect your lower back. And then lower all the way down, place one shin on the mat, shake your hips out just a little bit. Bring your forehead back down. This time we're gonna lift our arms, our head, our neck, our heart. And then if you want, add your legs, lifting them up off the mat. Breathing here, feeling your toes floating up behind you. And then let everything softly come back down. Turn your other cheek to the mat. Shake your hips out if you need to. Deep, slow breath. And then bring your hands back towards your chest. Engaging your belly button, press down into your hands, lifting yourself into your tabletop. Curl your toes under, come back into your downward facing dog. And breathe here. Gaze forward at your hands and slowly walk your feet up to meet your hands, coming into a deep forward fold. Keeping your knees bent, let your head hang heavy, reach for opposite elbows, and then gently sway side to side. Gently shifting the weight from one foot to the other. Crown of the head reaches down. Release your elbows and then slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Coming all the way up to stand, rolling up, all the way up. Once you get to the top, think about standing nice and tall. And now roll your shoulders back. 1, 2, and 3. Roll your shoulders forward. 1, 2, and 3. Bringing your feet so that they're comfortable hip distance apart where you feel like you're standing good and solid. Bring your arms all the way up overhead. We're gonna do a half sun salutation. So exhale, fold forward. Lengthen and flatten, straighten your back. Exhale, fold forward, and then we're gonna come all the way back up to stand again. We're gonna do that one more time. So exhale, fold forward. Lengthen and straighten your spine. Exhale, fold down. And then inhale all the way back up to stand. Interlace your fingers, release your pointer fingers. Feel like you're reaching up to the ceiling. Let your shoulders relax. Breathe in, and on your exhale, bend to the right. Now, as you're bending to the right, think about pushing the left hip a little bit off center, coming deeper into this half moon shape. Breathe here. Come back up to center. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale over to the left. Think about pushing your hips over to the right. Come back up to center. Release the grip. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Palms reach up overhead, interlace your fingers, opposite thumb on top if you can remember. Reach up to the ceiling, exhale over to the right. Breathe here. Think about pulling your top hand with your bottom hand to get a deeper stretch through the side of your body. And then come up to center. Reach up, exhale, bend over to the left. Use your left arm to pull your right arm. And then come back up to center. Exhale, release it all down. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. And let your hands come all the way down by your side. Take a breath or two. Come to the top of your mat. We'll move through some sun salutations. So find that spot again where you feel comfortable. So maybe for you, your feet are in a little bit, maybe they're a little wider, whatever feels right in your body. Take a breath, gaze inward. And now inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. Exhale, step your right foot back into a low lunge. Breathe here. Plant both hands, step your left foot back into plank. Lower both knees, hug your elbows in, lower chest and chin, untuck the toes, baby cobra, lifting your heart. Exhale, back down, coming up through tabletop into your downward facing dog. Breathe here in down dog. Let your heels get heavy. Press the mat away from you. Float your right leg up. Step your right foot forward. Step your left foot to meet the right. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your arms out and around, up to touch. And then we'll exhale right back down again. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your left leg back this time. Take a breath here in your low lunge. Square your hips. Plant both hands, step your right leg back to meet your left. Lower your knees, lower your chest and chin, untuck your toes, baby cobra. Come back up through tabletop, lifting with your hips and core. Coming into your downward facing dog, and breathe. Float your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward. Step your right foot to meet the left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, palms touch. And then exhale, let your palms come down by your side. Take a breath. Maybe you soften your gaze or close your eyes. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right leg back. Now, from here, straighten your left leg a little or a lot, and then bring it back down. Straighten your left leg a little or a lot, whatever is comfortable for you, and then bend it back. One more time. And bend. Engage both palms with the mat, pressing down. Float your left leg back to meet the right. Drop both knees, lower your chest and chin, untuck your toes, baby cobra. Exhale through tabletop into your downward facing dog, and breathe. Float your right leg up behind you, step your right foot all the way forward. Step your left foot to meet your right. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, palms touch. And then exhale, fold right back down again. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back with your left leg. Planting your fingertips where it feels right for you. Straighten your right leg as much as possible. And then bend the front knee again. Straighten the leg as much as is comfortable. And rebend. One more time. And bend. Press the hands down. Step the right foot back to plank. And then lower your knees, lower your chest and chin, untuck your toes, baby cobra. Exhale back through tabletop into your downward facing dog. Take a breath. Float your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot forward. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach all the way up, palms touch. Exhale your hands down by your side. Take a breath. Make any adjustments you need to. You're doing great. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back with the right leg. Pause here. Plant your right hand down, twist up to the left. Bring your left hand down, step back to plank. Knees, chest, chin, or if you think you're ready, you can lower halfway down. Coming into upward facing dog. Otherwise, knees, chest, chin, come through tabletop into downward facing dog. And breathe. Float the right leg up behind you. Step the right foot forward. Step the left foot to meet the right. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, right back down again. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back with your left leg. Plant your left hand, twist up to the right, reaching your right arm up to the ceiling. Bring your right hand down, step back to plank. If you want to take a push-up halfway to chaturanga, upward facing dog, go ahead. Otherwise, join me for knees, lower chest and chin. Baby cobra, think about your elbows pulling back towards your hips. And then pressing with your hands and your knees as you lift your hips through tabletop into your downward facing dog. Breathe here. Float your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward. Step your right foot to meet the left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, palms touch. And then exhale your hands down by your side. Let your hands relax, maybe your arms relax. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. All right, so for balancing tonight, we are going to try eagle. Did I like totally just blanked the name, so whatever. All right, so bring your arms out to a T. And I want you to give yourself a big hug with the left arm on top, with the right arm on top. Right arm on top. All right, I'm gonna mirror you. Let's do this. If this is comfortable, bring the backs of your palms to touch. If it's comfortable, bring the palms to touch. All right. Lift your elbows up, lift them down, maybe move them a little bit right and left. Seeing how that feels. All right, release your arms, shake them out. We're gonna do the other side. So reach your arms back out. Right, left arm on top in a hug. Maybe the backs of the palms. Maybe the palms touch. And then think about dropping your shoulders down, but lifting your elbows up, pulling your hands away from you. So you want to get a stretch through this top part of your back. And then go ahead and just move it around a little bit, see what feels good for you. And then let it come out, shake it out. So we're going to add the legs this time. Listen to my words, because I don't think I can mirror this and pull it off. So if you need something to hold on to for balance, find a chair, table, a wall, etc. Reach your arms out to the side. Bring your right arm over your left. Give yourself a hug. Maybe you bring the palms all the way around. Breathe here. Now with your feet hip distance apart, bend your knees ever so slightly. Shift your weight into your right leg. So I'm the opposite of you. Lift your left knee up. Cross over. That might be it for you. You might even have it crossed over with your toes on the ground. If you have more in you, maybe you can single or double hook the ankle. Maybe you can sit a little bit lower. I'm just stepping back so I can see everyone. Nice. Great balancing tonight. And then slowly release it. Just drop it. Just shake it out. You know, everybody has a different form of slow. So it's fine. I was right there. I'm like, oh, look, slowly release it. All right. Shake that out. We'll recenter to concentrate for the other side. Reach those arms out to the side. Bring your left arm over your right. Double or single cross your hands, or just keep your arms in the hug if that's better for you. And now we're going to shift our weight into our left foot. We'll bend our knees a little bit, shift our weight into our left foot, lifting our right leg up. And now cross that right leg over, single or double hook. So for your focus, find something that's not moving. And then think about pressing your legs against each other and pulling them apart at the same time. And that action of pulling against each other should help you balance. I say should. One more breath here and then slowly unwind. All right, now shake that out. Breathe here. All right, let's make our way slowly to the top of our mat. That was some good balancing. Let's build some yoga flows. Have some fun. So standing at the top of your mat, feet hip distance apart, feeling your strength. Take a big inhale and then exhale everything out. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, steps back to plank. You can do a chaturanga or join me in knees, chest, chin. You can do upward facing dog or join me in baby cobra. And then exhale back, meeting up in downward facing dog. Breathe here. Think about your hips reaching behind you. Your spine is nice and long. And now float your left leg up behind you. Bend the left knee, shift it forward, slide the left foot up between your hands, come into your low lunge. Rock back and forth over your back toes a little bit. And then line your front knee up over your front ankle. Drop your right heel down, reach your right arm forward as you slowly cartwheel yourself up into a warrior two. Nice. So your left knee is at the front of your mat. You're pressing into the outer edge of your right foot. Sitting into this warrior two. Breathe here. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Come back to warrior two. Bend your left arm, place it on your left thigh, reach your right arm up to the sky. Straight up. Drop your left hip a little bit more. See if you can lift out of your left shoulder so that you're not putting too much weight on that left front leg. Come back to warrior two. Take your right arm down. We're going to rotate into a high lunge facing the front of our mat. From this high lunge, we're going to tap our right knee down and then extend it back up. Bend the back knee, extend back up. One more time, bend and extend. Hold here. Bring your hands down by your front foot. Step back to plank. Your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin. Baby cobra. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Taking your time to get there. Moving slowly. Nice. Float your right leg up behind you. Slowly draw the right knee into your chest as you bring the right foot up in between your hands. Once you're in your low lunge, rock back and forth. Think about that heel making your left toes making that motion. And then line your right knee up over your right ankle, driving the energy down through your right foot. Drop your left heel, pressing into the outer edge of your left foot. Reach your left arm forward, up, propelling yourself into your warrior two. Breathe here. Let your shoulders relax. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Other way, May. Nope, you're facing the right. Go, yeah. Come back to warrior two. Both arms out. The knee closest to me is bending. Bend your right arm, place it on your right thigh, reach your left arm up to the ceiling. There you go. Breathe here. Now think about being light on your right arm. And then lift back up to your warrior two, arms in the T. We're going to take our left arm, rotate ourselves to the front of the mat, coming into our high lunge, and then bend the back knee as little or as much as you can. Come back into high lunge. Bend the back knee. One more time. And now let your fingertips come down by your front foot. Step back to plank. Go through your vinyasa. Whatever that may look like, maybe it's a child's pose. Maybe it's just going straight into downward facing dog. Tons of options, and every single one of them is correct. We will meet in a downward facing dog. Breathing here. So float your left leg up this time. Pausing here. Bend the left knee, open the hip. Breathe. Re-extend the left leg behind you. Draw the left knee into your chest and float the left foot up between your hands, coming into your low lunge. Drop your right heel down. And we're going to do that big reach forward, using your core strength to come up into your warrior two. And now straighten your legs, let your fingertips touch overhead. Exhale, melt back down. Lengthen up, fingertips touch. Exhale, melt back down. One more time. And melt. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. And without stopping, go all the way through to side angle. This time, reach your fingertips overhead towards me. And then flow all the way back to peaceful. And then towards me. One more time, back to peaceful. And towards me into side angle. Lift yourself back up into your warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Turn your toes to face the hallway. Bring your hands to your waist. Take a breath. Actually, bring your arms back out. I changed my mind. And now hug with your right arm on top. Maybe you can take those eagle arms here. Press into the outer edges of your legs as you create a sturdy base. Reach your elbows away from you. And then exhale, fold forward, keeping those arms if that's comfortable. If it's not, undo your arms and let your fingertips come down to the ground. Breathe here. Drawing your elbows towards your belly, deepening the round through your spine. And then if you can, let your fingertips lead as you flatten your back and hinge back up, keeping those arms in that hug or that eagle wrap. And then release, coming into warrior two. Let your hand rotate down as you come into your high lunge facing the front of your mat. Bring your hands to your heart center. Breathe here. Whew. Find your balance. And now twist towards the left. Stay here, or bring your elbow to the outer edge of your left foot. Breathing here. One more breath. Unwind back to the front. Release your prayer, placing your hands on either side of your front foot. Step back to plank. Your vinyasa, or maybe a couple extra push-ups, maybe a child's pose, baby cobra, and we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. Float your right leg up behind you, bend your right knee, open your hip. Re-extend the right leg, draw it into your chest, slide the right foot all the way up between your hands. Lower your left knee, left heel down. Reach your left arm forward, out and up, coming into your warrior two. Straighten that front leg, reach up overhead. Exhale, melt back down. Reach on up. Exhale, melt back down. Reach on up. And melt. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Now flow all the way into your side angle. And then flow back into your peaceful warrior. Back into your side angle. Not only are your legs working, but your core and your torso is working. One more time, back and to side angle. And then come all the way back up to warrior two. Straighten your front leg, turn your toes to the window. Reach your fingertips away from each other and then bring your left arm over either into a hug, a single cross, or a double cross. Reach those elbows away from you. Stay here, or exhale and fold all the way forward. Once you're in your forward fold, think about lifting your elbows towards your belly, squeezing your arms together, working the bind. And then reach your heart forward, come all the way back up to stand. Release the arms back into warrior two. Left hand down, both arms up. High lunge to the front of your mat. Find your balance, bring your hands to heart center. Stay here or twist to the right. Stay here or bring the left elbow to the outer edge of the right knee. Breathe here. Slowly unwind. Reach your hands down, step back into downward facing dog or into plank. Taking a vinyasa if you want. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. We're going to move into pigeon. So float your right leg up behind. Bring your right knee behind your right wrist. And then extend your left leg back behind you. If pigeon doesn't feel good for you, you can do figure 4 on your back. Come on down to your forearms. And then slowly make your way all the way down, resting your head on your hands, stacking your fists, or if it's available, bringing your forehead all the way down to the mat. I would like you to try and find some way to support your head so you can release the tension between your eyebrows and in your jaw. Maybe you make a little sound. And then slowly start to come all the way back up onto your forearms, bringing your palms to the mat. Curl your left toes under, step yourself back into your downward facing dog. I'm going to take some big knee bends before I move on to the other side. Maybe you want to shake your hips out a little bit, or maybe you're good just hanging out in your down dog. And then float your left leg up behind you. Bring your left knee to your left wrist. Lower the leg down. Reach your right foot back behind you. And then slowly make your way onto your forearms, bringing yourself all the way down, supporting your head, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your ears, relaxing that tension between your eyebrows. And slowly start to come back up. Coming back into your downward facing dog. Pedaling it out. And then lower both knees down onto the mat. Cross your ankles and come through into a seated position. Stretch your legs out in front so they're about hip distance apart. Slide your right foot up. Hug your right foot, right knee with your left elbow, and then bring your right arm behind you, twisting to look over the right shoulder. Breathe here. Slowly release. Give yourself a little counter twist, pressing against that leg, and then extend the right leg out in front of you. Slide the left leg up. Hook the right elbow around the left leg, sweep the left arm back, and look over the left shoulder. Nice, everyone. And then release that. Come into a counter twist. And come back to center. Placing both feet on the mat. Reach your arms out and slowly roll down to a count of 10. 9, 8. Think about one vertebra at a time, lying down on the mat. Everybody has their own count of 10. And then once you're all the way down and the back of your head is on the mat, lift your knees up so that your shins are parallel to the floor. You're in a reverse tabletop position. Cross your right leg over your left. And if it's available, double twist your legs. So the same eagle shape that we took with our legs, but now that we're lying down, the balancing might be a little bit easier. Open your arms out into a T. And then if you want, if it's available, drop both legs over to the left. So it's a big twist. Your legs are twisted, your body's twisting. If it's too much, either release the legs or don't drop them over to the side. If you can, float your legs back up to center, untwist them, pedal them out to the ceiling. And now bend your knees, shins are parallel to the floor. Stay here or cross the left leg over the right, single or double twist, open your arms out to either side, and then drop both legs over to the right. Look to the left. Pressing your thighs together, using your core muscles, bring your legs back up to center. And stretch them up to the ceiling, shake them out, pedal them out. One or both legs come into a happy baby. So holding on to the outer edges of your feet, draw your knees towards your armpit. So maybe it feels better for you to do one side at a time. Maybe you like to do both legs at once. Now notice if your lower back arched up off the mat, and I want you to think about lengthening the tailbone, pulling your lower back down to the mat. All right, so happy baby feels wonderful and everybody really enjoys this pose, but you can't just let your body go. You still need to control your core, your lower back. And then if it's comfortable, maybe you rock side to side here. Maybe you extend one leg and then the other. If there's anything else that you wanted to do before we move into Shavasana, this is a great time to do it. And then I invite everyone to hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Feel the compression between your hips and your legs. Acknowledge yourself. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then on your exhale, release and extend your legs away from you, your arms away from you. So I'm going to come around with some lavender oil and do a Shavasana adjustment. If you prefer that I don't lay my hands on you or come into your space, please place one hand on your stomach so I'll know to respect that. And now draw all your energy into the center of your being, into the center of your body. Hold it there, squeeze and hold it tight. And then exhale, let it all wash out to the very ends of your toes, the tips of your fingers. Breathe here, nice and slow. Start to deepen your breath. Drawing in through your nose. Exhaling out. Slowly wiggle your fingers and your toes. Starting to bring a little bit of movement back into your body. When you're ready, reach your arms up overhead, taking a big stretch. And then slowly roll onto one side, whether it's the right side or the left side, it doesn't matter, whichever one feels right for you. Coming into this little fetal position, curled up. And then slowly press yourself up into a seated position. However you want to choose to sit this evening, whatever feels right. Place one hand on your heart, place one hand on your belly. Feel the breath, feel your heartbeat, feel your life force moving around inside of you. Thank yourself for showing up. Thank yourself for all the hard work you did tonight. I thank you for letting me lead you through your practice.